Kristina Lockhart, and I'm the assistant to the president for communication at the Texas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists.
And I'm Sarah Asaftei, the owner, producer, and director at skaMEDIA Productions and Films. We are here to tell you about something we are very excited about.
Absolutely. The Texas Conference has wanted to have a stronger, larger presence of Seventh-day Adventists in San Antonio. We've wanted to do this for some time, and the General Conference session, which will be held in San Antonio in 2015, is not only going to bring 70,000 Seventh-day Adventists into the city.
From all over the world.
That's right. And it's actually going to put a spotlight on Seventh-day Adventists in Texas during that time. So faced with these realities, our leadership decided that they wanted to invest resources and partner with the different organizations within our denomination to find more creative ways to actually connect with the population in San Antonio. As events and activities materialize, we wanted there to be a recognizable brand that people would be able to connect with the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Right.
Ultimately, its purpose was to pave a way for us to share the gospel in San Antonio.
Right.
So tell us about how you got involved.
How I got involved. Last year, I got a message on Facebook from my friend Elton, who works at the Texas Conference. And he was working along with some team members here in Texas. And their desire, he told me, was to find a creative team who could come in and help develop an overarching theme to tie into all the different types of activities that were going to be happening in Texas over the next several years. And ultimately, sharing the gospel of Jesus, but doing it the way Jesus did.
Right, serving other people.
Yes. He was saying that Texas was actually being extremely innovative,
right?
Which, as a creative, that impressed me a lot. And they wanted here in Texas to develop a kind of a brand, an overarching theme to tie all of these things together. And he asked me, so if you were to work with coming up with a concept like this, what do you think you would come up with? It's a tall order.
Right,
I mean,
absolutely.
So you're trying to come up with a brand that, this theme, this overarching slogan or catchphrase or, a look, all of these things. And you're trying to tie in things that have to do with people of all ages, both English and Spanish languages.
See?
And then you have to tie in things that have to do with the gospel, and you have to tie in things that have to do with your body and your health, things that have to do with people's needs, community services, and you need something that applies to all these things.
Right.
So that is not simple and easy. It's hard enough to come up with a brand and to find something that works for one thing.
Right, and you have to do it big.
It needed to be something that was appealing and engaging to people who don't know Jesus. It's really hard to develop something that is all about Jesus, that doesn't come across as overtly churchy or old-fashioned religion in your face kind of thing.
It would leave people out.
Exactly.
If they weren't.
And you don't want to turn people off.
Right.
But at the same time, Texas also wanted to make sure that it wasn't scary to people who are already in the church.
Right.
I was praying about it, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Everybody wants more. Doesn't matter what it is. I want more money. I want more health. I want more value out of time. I want more sleep. I'm got little kids.
Energy.
I want more energy. I want more love. I want more meaning. I want more peace of mind. Whatever it is, people want more of it. Our whole culture is built on this constant quest, this thirst for more. Give me more. And we always, as humans, we look in all the wrong places. So if you play into this idea of more, I want more of everything.
Right.
And then you kind of spin that on its head and say, I just want more of the good stuff. When Elton called me back a couple of days later, my first question was, do you have an imagination?
Right.
Because I don't have any visuals to go with this yet.
Right.
I just have this idea. And so he was riding in the car with one of his colleagues from the conference, Osvaldo, and I started telling him, and he goes, stop. And I thought, oh no, he hates it. He hates it. It's not going to work. And he says, I need to put you on speakerphone. I want you to start at the beginning. I have goosebumps. And I thought, oh, he loves it. He loves
That's awesome.
And that's how it got started.
One of the things that goes in with the More campaign is allowing us to share stories. In Texas, we really want to connect with other folks. And sometimes sharing a story, we all relate to stories and experiences. And sometimes
We all have one.
Exactly. And we like to listen to other people's stories and experiences. And that's really how, one of the most significant ways that we can make connections with individuals. And so we wanted to use that and say, okay, we want more. People want more. So why don't we tell people of how they found more hope and more peace? So what is your story, Sarah? What is your story, Kristina? What are you looking for? What was your life missing, and how did you find it? Those are the questions that we wanted individuals to ask themselves when they saw the different elements of the More campaign. And ultimately, like Sarah had said, to say, where do I find this? You know, I want more of this. My life is missing something.
Right.
Where do I go to get it? Where can I find it? Ask themselves those questions, and throughout the city of San Antonio, we will be leaving little hints as to where you can find this and driving people to our website. We will be able to have all of our testimonies on the website, and you know, different individuals from different backgrounds, like Sarah had said, different ages, different experiences, and just allow individuals to connect with different folks through their stories. And that's one of the things that was really important for us in Texas as we prepared and worked on this project, to really be able to say, okay, how can we connect to people to bring them to Christ?
Once you've watched one of these stories or you shared it with a friend, it makes it easier when you have a neighbor or someone at work to say, how are you doing? And they come to you and they ask you something, and you say, well, you know what? In my life, I had realized something was really missing, and then I found more. And they're like, really? More what? And you're like, more of everything. And they're like, how did you get more of everything? I want more of whatever's missing in my life.
Right.
And it makes a nice springboard for sharing what Jesus has done in my life, in your life, in your life.
This is something that's going to be seen throughout the city. So when you're driving to work or you're on your way to school, it's going to be on the billboards. When you're driving through the city, you're going to see it on the sides of buses. And you're shopping. Who doesn't like shopping? When you're shopping in the mall, big posters that are going to have, you know, the More campaign on it. And our local churches are actually going to be able to use this for their activities, for their meetings, for the events that they're having. It allows us to reach the entire city, and also to be able to tie in and partner with our churches to be able to have a more effective impact.
More
effective impact.
Yes, I like how you slipped that in there.
Yes.
You know, this is something I think is really exciting because it's not just about a church or the conference. It's something that ties in with what each church is doing, what each church's involvement is in the local community, and every church member, whether you are riding the bus that has I want more on the side, or you're carpooling. I don't know, do people carpool a lot in San Antonio?
I think
you're carpooling to work, and you are, you know, seeing the billboard, and you're like, hey, guys, that's my stuff. Those are my people.
Right,
That's my
absolutely.
stories. One of the things that I love about it is yes, and you would like this too, is that it is equally powerful and equally engaging in both English and Spanish. I want more and
Yo quiero más. Yo quiero más realmente funciona para nuestra audiencia hispana. Quiero más paz, quiero más significado, quiero más tiempo, más salud, más felicidad. So, yes,
you all
definitely.
got that, right? Yes.
Definitely
yes, I
works
thought
in
so.
Spanish.
Yes.
More, más, it's very powerful in both languages. And, you know, these folks really have, at the core, we still want more of the same thing. Doesn't matter what language it is in.
It's not two campaigns, one for each language. It's one awareness initiative that works well in both languages. And that makes me very excited. I think it's all a God thing. It's all a God thing.
Absolutely.
In addition to having video stories that you can share via social media and that will be featured on the billboards and the posters and so on, we want to make sure that everyone who is on any form of social media has a chance to be involved and to share it forward. You can get involved by following for updates. That'll be behind the scenes through the summer as we get ready for the big launch. And after that, to share and retweet and repost stories and information that comes from the campaign. And in addition, you can use the hashtag #IWantMore to share what you have found more of through Jesus in your life. So if something is missing or something was missing and Jesus gave you more, then you use that to share. You can do that with a picture. You can use that on your Instagram holding a sign. You can write it on your arms. You can share it however you want to.
So one of the other ways to get involved is with all of the activities that are going around in San Antonio.
Exactly.
All of the events, the health fairs that we were talking about, the different things that the Adventist Church is going to be involved in. Get involved, sign up, show
Be a
up.
participant, an active participant.
Yes, absolutely.
And then tweet about it or share about it with the hashtag #IWantMore.
Exactly. And tell your friends, this is something that we're really proud of. We know that you're going to be proud of. And your friends are going to start asking, what you want more of what? What is it that you're putting out there?
It leaves this whole question to be answered.
Yes. And so then
you get to fill in the answer.
#IWantMore. And we're going to guide people to find the answers to what they want more of when they ask themselves these questions. We have the fountain with all of the answers. Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Kristina, for the privilege of working with you in the Texas Conference. It has been a lot of fun so far, and I know it's going to be a lot of fun as we keep going.
Yes. Through the More campaign, we plan on having a significant impact in San Antonio.